Hello trade pros, and welcome back to the final installment of the Futures E-mini Micro mini series. This is installment number 5 and it is the final installment. So as you guys are well aware, in the first 4 lessons we introduced you guys to the concept of the E-mini Micro futures. Vic went into why they might be taking over the FX industry market share, and in the third lesson he went through why these micros are going to allow retail traders to not stay in the demo environment for too long and start getting some skin in the game with these micro futures. In the last video, I showed you guys why we like to use E-mini futures, why we like to track the order flow on them in order to qualify trades on the micros. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can go ahead and apply this. So what I've got right now in front of you is a chart of the S&P 500 minis. There's your 10 tick, there's your 5 tick, and there's your footprint candle here. So what you guys are seeing right now is this thing is in a bit of a range. This is before the market opened here on the 21st of June 2019, 8:58 a.m. You are seeing a bit of a range. So what you can do here is you can look to sell the tops, look to buy the bottoms. And if you are looking to do something like that, what you can see here is support coming off of that level. So we can look to set a limit there. If you're looking to buy within the range, you want to be buying near support, selling near resistance. So down here, what you'd be looking for is you've got all of the assets here are on the S&P 500 minis, right? Minis. The only thing you'll have with the micros is your actual DOM, right? So in the case where we want to look to take a trade to the upside here, this level is the 51 halves right here. So if we want to take a trade on the 51 half, based on what we're seeing here on the minis, we can go ahead and throw that limit in on the micros. All right, so I'll leave that on there, see if we can trade that level, get a fill, and we can go from there. All right, so here we go. We're seeing a bit of a press down into our support zone on the S&P 500. 51 half still haven't traded, but we're sitting right there. Let's see if we can get that fill or not. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get that fill here. All right, so you guys can see these are the minis that we're watching. We are on the micros on the DOM. We got our fill for +1. Let's see what the market does here. Can we just get a little pull back up to the top of that range? That's all that we're looking for here. All right, so we are seeing buy and balance starting to form. Pretty good sign. Not out of the woods quite yet, but as long as we can see this level hold, that's kind of what we're watching for. Just looking for a press back up. All right, so I'll drag this guy over onto this side here so you guys can see. But what you've got at the moment is, as mentioned, you got the range. So look to buy the lows, sell the highs of that range. All right, and it is early in the morning. It's not 9:30 a.m., so we're not seeing that big inventory. But often what you would see here is with these lines on the E-minis, these are essentially orders, pending orders that are waiting, large orders. And these guys help us identify where the market might want to go, potential magnets on the market. And so these will help us. This is why we like to use the minis. As I just mentioned, it is before the US cash open, so we're not seeing that much in terms of big orders. If I look on my limits or on my order screen here, I can see got about 658 sitting at the 2960 up top there. So I can see that could be a potential level that buyers might want to attack if we do get back above these view apps. And I can see on the 42 halves we had 577 sitting there. So we'll see how this plays out, but at the moment port has been holding. Let's see if it'll play out again and press up in our direction here. So I'll just pause this and we'll get you guys an update. We can get the fill of the take profit or whether we get stopped out on this guy. All right. So it's coming under our level here. Not really liking the fact that, we're kind of breaking below these lows. I want to see a quick rotation up. If not, we'll likely get stopped out. So you can scratch it here for -1 if you'd like. Give it a second, see if it plays out, and then come back in. But just for the purpose of this example, we're going to leave it up and show you guys what that looks like. All right, so it's pressing lower here. Our risk is set in there at 5 ticks. So we'll play it like that and we'll see what happens, whether we stay in and we get that rotation up or not. Let's keep watching here. All right, we are seeing correlations trying to make an effort to press back up here. So let's see if this thing will rotate back up higher on the back of these guys trying to get up. If they just fail back down, we'll likely get stopped though. As we're getting these correlations popping up, we're still within our risk parameters, our 5 ticks here. We'll see if we can get a rotation up. Just watching the Dow as well at the moment. We're seeing it coming into support. So looking for the Dow to pop and see if we can get the equities to follow suit on the back of that. See NASDAQ, that's my purple correlatory market there. NASDAQ's leading the charge if she can press these guys up. All right, that was a rotation. We're back to flat right now. And you guys can see we had these imbalances or these point of controls kind of forming here. So this is the level that kind of don't want to see it get back below in order to see this long kind of workout. It's just seeing imbalances here pressing in. Correlations you guys can see started skyrocketing. Let's see if we get that press up now to the top of the range that we've been waiting for. I see is a nice little wick, some nice volume, suggesting we might see a bit of a rotation back up to the upside of the range. That's all we're watching for. Just looking for 2 points, 8 ticks. The 53 halves is where we're sitting at. We got in at the 51 halves. This is taking its time. What you guys are seeing is correlations are still pointed higher. Nazi still pressing up. Haven't really seen it curl back down yet. Just looking at Dow here, seeing if it can make a nicer press off of its support back up to its view app. We get that, we'll have the rotation up that we're looking for here. Really taking its time today. Just wanted to get you guys this example before the market opened here. All right, trade pros. So there you have it right there, guys. What we just saw was the trade worked out. We took a bit of heat, almost got stopped out on the low tick. Had a couple of chances where we could have scratched it, but ultimately we stayed in that trade and we saw the correlation start pressing up. We had these rotations down into our zone and we got that press back up to the top of the range that we were looking for. So that was a quick example of how you guys can also trade these micro futures utilizing the mini futures contracts, utilizing the order flow on them, utilizing the levels, and then simply throwing your limits onto the DOM where the micros are sitting. All right, guys, so that is a wrap on this mini series. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Really, the purpose behind it was to show you the power of this opportunity that is provided to the retail crowd, especially to newer traders now with these micro contracts. I hope you guys have enjoyed this mini series. We've been working hard to bring it to you guys. So if you have enjoyed it, please make sure to let us know. You can do that by liking, you can do that by commenting on the video, and you can do that by sharing our channel with your friends and colleagues so that they can also see some of the great content that we're trying to put out. Until next time, guys, good luck and good trading. Take care.